All right, guys, welcome to day 6. So we're on to cardio again. Good for your heart. So if you didn't watch my first cardio video, I went over a timer that I use. It's called Interval Timer. It's a free app. You're gonna want some kind of timer to get through this. You wanna make sure that you're not resting too long. You also wanna make sure that you're working out long enough for each move. Again, we're doing the 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, and if you need to modify, you can do 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest for each move. So just make sure you have a clock that you can see right in front of you, or you have the timer set so you can just go by the buzzers or whatever it is, just so you can hammer through it and do each thing for the right amount of time and get the most out of it. Because the point is that you want to be going, almost as hard as you can, giving her almost your all for each move, and then getting that rest in, and then doing that again for each and every move. So without further ado, pre-workout time. Let's do this. All right, guys, on to cardio. So I started this now. I added 30 seconds to the start of my workout on my interval app. It's for a warm-up you can add, and that just allows me to push the button and then get set up and then go. So anyway, our first move is vertical jumps with a reach, an alternating reach. So pretty simple, as you can see. You're hopping up and down. Use those toes to cushion those knees. I wear shoes. If you need to put a mat or something under you to help your knees, then definitely do that. And then you're just reaching as high as you can with each arm alternating back and forth as you jump. It doesn't look that hard. It is actually super hard. I was dying by the end of that. I actually just stopped, and then the buzzer went, so it was I quit and then right before it, because I needed a break. But then 15-second rest, and we're on to the next. You're probably going to want a mat for a few of these moves because we are on the ground. So our next move is reach through crunches. So I'm showing you 2 different ways to do this. You can do it, this is sort of the easier way. It's just a little crunch. You're keeping your feet on the ground, and then you sort of open your legs a little and reach through them. Or you can put your legs straight up in the air and then open them as you crunch forward and reach through them, and then put them back together as you come back down. So that's sort of the more advanced move that you could try out. Up to you. All right, so do whichever works for you. Again, even if you start in the more advanced position and then have to put your feet down and just continue it, that's totally fine. Just keep moving through it. Don't just lay there unless you absolutely have to. So then we stop. We're taking our 15-second rest, and we're going to get ready for the next move, which is high knees with our arms out to the side. So this also looks fairly simple, but it's actually really tough again. I found that having my arms out to the side, I didn't have that momentum of them sort of swinging back and forth like you normally do, in more of a jogging position. So I did find this super tough. And your goal would be to get your knees up to about waist height. I'm kind of struggling with it here. You can see I'm already getting tired. Also, if you have high-waisted tights, wear those. These, mine were coming down so far. My butt was almost hanging out. So that's why, you see everyone and you might think it looks funny or something, but they are so comfy and great for workouts because, one, it doesn't cut you right in the gut so that it's not hanging over all the time, and 2, then your butt doesn't come out when you do moves like this or bending over or whatever it is. So highly recommend them. So we do that for 45 seconds. We're taking our 15-second rest. And then we are on to bicycles with a Russian twist in one. It's kind of 2 ab moves in one. This is pretty tough too. Usually I use quite a bit of weight for Russian twists, but I found this, having your legs up and going back and forth, was challenge enough that I definitely didn't really need a weight for this. So you're doing this for 45 seconds again. And you're just pedaling those feet back and forth. They are off the ground the entire time. You're sort of in a V-sit, but then you are rotating side to side. So make sure that core is what's moving you. You're not just flopping back and forth and putting any strain on the lower back or anything. This is controlled so that you're not hurting yourself. And as you twist to one side, that's the leg that's going to go straight out. And as you twist the other side, the other leg goes straight out as the opposite one comes right back in. So pretty simple, as you can see. You might just need to sort of go through it a little bit to get a feel for it, but once you get going, it's really easy to do. So we're taking another break, 15 seconds, and then we're going to move on to switch kicks on our hands. So this one I'll show you sort of a few different tempos, or a couple different tempos to do it at. I started out sort of like medium tempo, just sort of hopping back and forth, which is what I would recommend trying first, to see if you can do it at this pace and stick at this pace. And if you feel like you can do it faster, then absolutely do that. I'll show you in a second here. Sort of hopping as quickly as you can. Like, so this would be if you're going more advanced, giving her all out. If you have that energy, then do it. So kicking back and forth. And if you need to slow it down, then you're just going to sort of step it out like this. So after I did that, I was super tired and had to sort of step it out. But this is another option for it. And a more low impact way to do it would be just sort of stepping it out. All right, so we're done that move, taking our little break and getting ready for the next one, which is lunge jumps. Lunge jumps are fairly tough. I find them really challenging. I find I burn out really fast with them. So I'll show you again a couple different like tempos and ways to go through it. So you're either going to jump back and forth, switching the legs in the air, landing softly in a lunge position. So this burns out your legs fairly quick. So I'm jumping back and forth, and then I do get really tired out, so I just start stepping it back. And so that's what you can do if you feel you can't jump anymore, or if you need a more low impact version of this, is you can just step back into that lunge, alternating back lunge. All right, and then we're going to go on to our last move, which is going to be weighted tuck-ins. So for this one, you're going to want to grab a weight. I grabbed a plate, had it up here with me. You could grab a dumbbell, just something sort of with a little bit of weight to hold it straight above you. But you don't have to use a weight if you're not ready for that. You could also just hold your arms straight up and bring those legs in. So we're holding a weight straight above your chest, and then you're tucking those legs into the chest, sort of lifting the bum a little, and then straightening them back out, but they are not touching the ground. I also have my head off the ground. If you find it a little easier, if it's too hard, then you could put your head flat on the ground. Just make sure that that back isn't arching as you're bringing the legs in and out. You want that lower back flat on the ground. And you're just gonna straighten the legs and then tuck them under and in. And also make sure your weight's not too heavy. Don't be dropping any weights on your face or anything. Also, that would not be good. So again, doing this move for 45 seconds, and then that is the end of round 1. And we're gonna go through these 7 moves twice, and then you're done cardio. So really, it's not too bad. You're just hammering through this twice, and you're all done. Get it, guys. All right, guys, so that's cardio today. Like I said, you're aiming for 45 seconds work, 15-second rest, and you're doing the whole thing twice through. You take about a minute to 90-second rest in between your 2 rounds, but just get her done. And then you've got a great cardio workout for the day. So enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow.